and welcome to another episode of the playonultra podcast. This is episode 129.
Hello.
What's up? Hello.
Not much.
So yes, Sarah and Fo, how are you guys?
Pushing through. I don't really have much to share, although I will say, so one of my close friends has never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and so my brother, she and I were watching through it. My brother and I have already seen the show, and but we've been fortunate to watch it, and we just finished the last episode just about 20 minutes ago, actually. And it's still a good show. Still love it.
Oh, last episode.
Yeah. So
okay.
the finale, which the joke we all made is that throughout the last season of Avatar, the animation gets a little wonky, except for the final 3 episodes where they just blew all their animation budget. So it's just like,
is it in the final 3? One of my favorite scenes is when Toph is just like surfing on like waves of Earth as she's like racing from like somewhere.
That's different. That's a different scene.
Okay.
That does happen in the Earth scene, but it's not as ridiculous as, I mean, the animation's really cool. Yeah, not in the, I don't think she does in the final fight.
No. I mean, the final fight between Aang and Emperor blah, 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 blah.
And Sozin. Yeah. It cray. The animation cray.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
even
that's
the fight between Zuko and Azula is just like, okay, here's where all the money went.
So what do you think about it?
She loved it. She absolutely loved it. She loved every moment of it, honestly. Because I forgot that the show is very well paced. Like,
very.
I thought the first episode, like the first couple of episodes, were really slow because it'd been so long. I was like, oh, I'm sure the first like 4 episodes are really slow, but they're really not. Yeah, it's season 1, but they're
I remember
really
being slow as well.
I thought they were, but looking from it. Yeah, it's been a while. But, starting from the beginning and watching with people, it's really not that slow, especially compared to a lot of other TV shows. Like, let me just put it this way. You could tell they had a plan. You could tell they knew, like, where they were going throughout season 1, at least. They knew exactly, like, what point A, point B, and stuff like that. And the other cool thing with Avatar is even, like, all the filler episodes are still, like, really good. So, I don't know. Still a really good show. If you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender at this point, you need to go and see it. It's really good.
The problem with the first season was less from my memory that it's slow, more I actually hated Aang in the first season.
Oh, well, that's fair. If he is more annoying in the first season because of that character. He matures
very quickly after that.
Yes, he does.
Unlike Korra, who kind of stays the same.
Yeah, I haven't seen Korra.
Season 1 Korra is not as bad as season 1 Aang, but she doesn't get better, unlike Aang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard. Excuse me. I haven't seen Korra. I'd like to. We actually might watch that next.
It's super worth watching still.
I just kind of... You have to understand that, like, when Korra came out, I wasn't watching any TV shows. I also have a very bad habit of really not liking to watch shows unless I know they're finished. I don't know why.
That's fair. I know people like that.
Yeah, like, well, it's not like I've ever watched a show that never finished and, like, it scarred me for life. It's just a thing, though. Like, I really don't watch anime until I know that there's an end. I don't know. That's, like, one of my weird things. And even still, I'm horrible at watching shows. I still haven't finished so many shows on Netflix that I should have finished by now. But, that's still, I think when Korra came out, I think I still was like, I don't know. And I also just wasn't watching shows. I mean, Avatar came out when I was still coming home from school and watching TV. So that's how I watched it. And also back when, YouTube's policy of putting TV shows on YouTube were not as strict. So it was really easy to find episodes. But now, of course, we bought it through Amazon and streamed it that way. But yeah, so we will probably watch Korra eventually, and I'd like to, just because I love the world, even if the show is not as strong as the first Avatar, but to be expected. But yeah, it's still really good and still a lot of fun, and yeah, last 3 episodes, holy crap, that budget.
Yep.
All the fire, I'm like, that's just money. That's just money flying out.
Kill la Kill kind of does the reverse. I mean, Kill la Kill's ending has budget, but their first episode has so much more budget than the episodes immediately following it.
Oh, really? That's weird. I've always wanted to watch Kill la Kill. I've heard it. I mean, I liked Gurren Lagann. I know it's by the same guy.
Then you'll like Kill la Kill.
Yeah, so I probably should watch it.
Kill la Kill is funny, right?
I think it's more on the yeah.
It's very comedic. It's over the top,
Fan-servicey.
tongue in cheek. It's definitely fan servicey.
Yes, but I think it's because isn't it supposed to kind of like Gurren Lagann was all about kind of spoofing mecha shows. Is Kill la Kill kind of spoofing a genre? I don't know.
I can't tell. It almost certainly is.
But the fan service is not the point of it, right?
No.
Unlike a lot of other shows. Where fan service is literally the point of it.
It's not necessarily meant to be ecchi, I guess is the thing.
Right. I mean, it's the etchiness is kind of funny. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
The premise is like a girl has like a school uniform that powers. Like, she goes to a school and the people like the club leaders and like the head of the student council, they have like special school uniforms that power them up. So she has like her school uniform that powers her up. But it does kind of get revealing sometimes in the transformation sequence.
Talking about stuff we watched, I watched Voltron. The latest season.
Which one?
The new season?
Yeah.
I have not kept up with Voltron at all.
So season 5 came on last Saturday or something. Last week somewhere.
Crazy. I haven't even watched season 3. Jeezers,
I didn't know that many.
To be fair, season 1, season 2 are like proper full seasons, 13 episodes. Season 3 and 4 is like 6 and 7.
Yeah, I still have no excuse, but yes.
Season 5 is 6 episodes, so I'm guessing season 6 will be the next 7. So I didn't really like season 3 and 4.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
But season 5 is actually much better.
Oh, is it good? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually gave a shit and wanted to know more. Unlike season 3 and 4, I was like, I'm just watching this for the sake of watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so season 5, it's just more interesting.
Okay. I'll have to give it...
And there's like there's things going on in the background that you kind of know, but not they haven't really said what's happening yet. But you kind of have a feeling. So that's pretty cool. About Voltron.
Cool. I'll have to give it another chance. I have so many shows I need to catch up on. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I really should just be spending my evenings just watching stuff, but mentality.
But yeah. But Voltron is easy to watch.
It is easy to
especially
watch.
Especially now that they've broken up the seasons into like 6-7 episodes.
Guys, I don't have an excuse, okay? It's just plain laziness. I really don't have an excuse. I just am terrible at keeping up with shows. But yeah, and also the animation's very similar to Avatar. I think it's by the same artists.
I would probably watch more shows if I have like a 7-inch minimum size tablet to watch it on. So that I don't have to sit down and watch it on my PC or TV.
Right? Yeah. And I do have a tablet, so I really don't have an excuse. But yeah, no, it's fair. It's definitely a barrier of entry. I feel you on that one. Sitting down is
a barrier of entry these days.
Right?
Fuck.
Turning on my freaking computer is a barrier of entry, guys. Yeah. Listen, my life is rough. Listen. Just teasing. But anyway.
Played a couple of new games.
What'd you play?
I continue playing Crossing Souls. Still,
I'm growing tired of Crossing Souls.
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
I think it was a terrible idea to use that camera angle and try and make it a platforming heavy game.
Yes, I'm like, I don't know what is in the foreground, what's in the background.
It's so hard.
So hard
to
see.
What's the angle like?
Like just isometrics, like diagonal down, kind of.
Oh, got it.
But it's not like
Diablo. Everything looks kind of 2D.
But
like a Legend of Zelda kind of? Like a Legend of Zelda kind of thing?
A bit like that.
Yes.
Got it.
But imagine
there's platformer?
Imagine there's platforming where you have to jump on certain platforms and then you can't really tell.
Yeah, because you have a shadow kind of, but you can't always see it. Like you're jumping over holes or water, so you can't tell if you just like the difference between jumping up and down in place versus jumping up the screen. You can't tell.
Oh, guys, no.
And
I would die every time.
I think I would consider it my first boss fight. Have you gotten through the part where they set up the whole like barrier near your house?
The ET sequence, yeah.
Did you fight the guy with the laser thing?
I did. That took me a large number of tries and like half of my healing things.
It took me a lot of time trying to figure out what to do.
Yes, it took me like 5 deaths. It took me it was like 3 stages, and each time I'm like, do I have to hit the lasers into the other lasers, and then I get zapped, and it's sexist because the only character you don't have to use is the girl. All the other guys you have to use them at some point.
I actually use the girl a lot.
But you don't have to. It's the point.
You know,
Everyone else,
the second stage.
You have to use the heavy guy.
Okay. Wait, do you have to use the boy with the gun?
That's a good point. I could be wrong about that. I guess you don't have to.
No, yes, you can. Yes, you did. Because you had to power up something, right?
Maybe. I definitely used him to power up something. I don't know if I had to.
And I used the big guy to pull.
Yeah.
I used the girl because she evades way better than everybody else.
Yeah, I was having a hard time dodging that little big laser.
It's just an annoying
Some
fight
reason.
without really much input on what to do.
Yeah. Also,
But
it
the
just feels
scene
weird.
after that was pretty cool, actually. The racing one. They're trying to get away from
that was actually pretty cool.
That was pretty fun, actually, yeah.
I like that. But it just seems weird that these, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lack of gravitas, because that boss fight, there are 3 adults who've somehow said this elaborate thing, and they're trying to murder 4 children. It's just like, I don't know, it just...
Sounds like a Disney movie.
It's serious. Because then after that, you cut to, like, an army of ghost child soldiers, which is like, oh, Jesus.
To be fair, it is trying to go for an 80s vibe, and 80s children movies are pretty fucked up.
True.
So I guess pretty accurate. But I'm getting tired of it. I might not even finish it. I don't want to be like, I need to finish this because I spent money on it.
I feel like I have to finish it, but I really am not having fun.
It's not like it's bad, it's just not good.
Have fun.
I would maybe say it's bad.
Really?
Also,
If you're-
the last thing I did when I played is there's a sequence where there's a save point, and then you have one of the kids, like the ghost kid, like jump over some platforms, like hit a button and opens a door. And so then I switched back to the non-ghost kids, and I used the save point. And when I reloaded the game, the save point was previous to me doing the jumping thing. Like it doesn't save like your current state, it just saves like the room and then reloads the room from 0.
Seriously, I think I would prefer if the game did not have any action, but it's strictly puzzle, and you just figure out puzzles using the different kits to figure out like a room or something.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer that.
Yeah, there aren't really... I haven't really encountered any puzzles, but I know I don't like the action is the problem.
Exactly, which is like the big part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because switching kits has no reason to it, and I don't know. Yeah, it's not very good. I'm not gonna finish it. I play another game called Battlezone Combat Commander. Extremely 90s name because it's a remake of a 90s game, Battlezone 2, I believe. It's basically a first-person shooter / real-time strategy game. And it's not bad. So you're like on one of the planets, Pluto or something, and you have to fight all these like alien robot droid thingies. And you can, build bases and go into the bases on foot and like pilot the different units and everything. And it's actually pretty cool. It's not bad.
What's it called again?
Battlezone Combat Commander. It's super like 90s too, like really bad voice acting. And like in the loading screen, your main character like does a monologue, and it's like, oh, so bad. It's so bad. Adds to the charm of it, I think.
That's the point. Get back that 90s nostalgia. Can't speak today.
It's not bad. If you want to try something new, or if you, I guess, like the old games, this remake seems pretty cool. I haven't played much of it. Before the podcast, though, I played the game that I've been wanting to play. Titanfall 2.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like $5 on Amazon, so fuck it.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's for the Origin key, not physical.
Okay.
Sure, that's who cares.
It's super worth it at $5.
Yeah.
Very, extremely worth it.
Yeah. How is it?
There's a campaign, and I played like 3-ish hours of it. And the first level is a tutorial as usual. And they were like, based on the results of this tutorial, you should play on hard mode. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll play it on hard mode. And it's so good. The game is so good. The level design is really good. It really takes advantage of you being able to wall run, double jump, and everything. So you just can. It's so good. It's so fun.
I'm sorry. I just love the fact that during the tutorial they're like testing you. Can you imagine the poor sap like me who does the tutorial and they're like, dude, you have some problems. You kind of suck, but it's okay. We're going to help you out. We're going to start with this mode called easy mode. It's not quite normal mode, but we think it'll be better for your skills. Like, who had to deal with that issue? Because that would be me.
I did play the first one, so I'm quite a bit used to the... it feels same-ish, the movement. I highly recommend it. For $5, it's a no-brainer. Even if you just want to play the campaign for like 5 hours. I believe the campaign is about 5 hours-ish. And I'm guessing I'm halfway through. So you're like... I just went through a level... And you're in like this huge-ass factory that's in the fucking mountain. And the factory is like an assembly line building houses and shit. And you have to jump on like the moving assembly line stuff, and it's so fun. And then the boss fights are Titan fights,
that's cool.
So that's also fun. And the Titan has an AI that talks to you, that has a an attitude. No, not an attitude. Like has a bit of a personality.
Character, yeah.
The personality is not like it's not the sarcastic type, more like the a robot learning things type. I don't really know how to say it. It's familiar if you get to play the game. But yeah, Titanfall 2.
That reminds me. You know the game Celeste? It's a pretty recent indie game.
Yeah.
I heard it's like a hard platforming game. They bleed pixels or Ori and the Blind Forest. Apparently, I don't know exactly what the details are. It has like an easy mode, which is actually like good. Like it's not like adding more platforms and like extra save points or whatever. Actually, like it makes you like maybe you jump better. Like I don't really know what it does, but it just makes you feel like you're actually just playing. It changes like the mechanics slightly, which seems really hard to tune two different difficulties in that way. But I've heard really good things about it.
Huh.
Just speaking of tutorials.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's called assist mode.
Assist mode, okay.
I believe so. Here's how the game pitches you in assist mode. Celeste was designed to be challenging but accessible. We believe that its difficulty is essential to the experience. We recommend playing without assist mode your first time. However, we understand that every player is different.
Solid.
So yeah, what did you do for?
I guess I'll start with what I watched.
Hold on.
It's been 2 weeks.
Assist mode was originally cheat mode, but Thorson, the developer, thought it felt judgmental.
Well, that's like video games that have easy mode and very easy mode. And those are the only two modes in the game or something like that. And the easy mode's too hard.
Mario Odyssey also has an assist mode.
Interesting. I don't feel like it needs it, but I didn't really get as far as the hard end game, so I don't know.
Oh, you have Mario Odyssey?
I do.
Nice.
But I didn't finish it. Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
Did you try assist mode?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I just know because there's a huge difference between playing it with the Joy-Cons or just playing it like a handheld thing, because you can wiggle the Joy-Cons to throw your hat and have it home in on enemies or like do maneuvers with Joy-Con wiggles, and just that alone makes it dramatically easier. But that's not assist mode. I don't know what assist mode does. I know there's a co-op mode, which I also don't know what that does.
Co-op mode?
The things I watched. Yeah, I think one person controls the hat somehow. I don't really know.
Aren't you? Isn't it also getting like a free Luigi update or something?
I hadn't heard that. That'd be cool.
I believe so. I'm not sure what Luigi update. I'm not sure if you can use Luigi as in co-op or something.
Poor Luigi.
I was always Luigi, so I prefer Luigi.
I liked him because he was taller, and I liked his in one of the Smash Brothers games. Like, so, like, Mario's side B was, like, a cape, which is a reflector, which was very, very good and a better move. But I liked Luigi's move better because his side B was, like, charge himself up and, like, just throw himself head first at people. It's just way cooler. Anyway, so things I watched. I watched Black Panther.
Nice.
Good. What did you think?
It's good. I don't know that it makes my top 5. It probably squeaks in at 5 or so, but it's very good.
Fair.
Almost
like
no
top 5
complaints
Marvel?
about it. Yeah, top 5
Yeah.
Marvel.
Really?
I liked the looks a lot. I liked the music a lot. The supporting cast was insanely good. Like, the sister.
The supporting cast
like,
is
bratty little smart sister. That should be a recipe for disaster, and it wasn't at all. So that was sweet.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Black Panther, because I think Black Panther probably does squeak in my top 5, but I will agree it's not like my favorite Marvel movie, but it was very good. But I will say that it probably has the strongest supporting cast of any Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That I will definitely say. If I'm gonna rank it by top 5 Marvel movies with the best supporting cast, it will be number 1.
Has the Black Panther movie changed anything in your top 5 or whatever?
I'm trying to think. So, like, my top 5 are not in order right now, just off the top of my head. My top 5 are the first Avengers movie, Thor 3, Iron Man 1, and Ant-Man. And so then 5 is where potentially we have Black Panther, and what else would fight it? I'm not sure yet.
I would put Winter Soldier in my top 5.
Winter
The Civil
Soldier is
War one?
surprisingly not in my top 5. It was a
Really?
good movie, but it
Is
but
Winter
it was
Soldier
no
Civil War, or is it the second one?
no
Captain
Civil
America
War is
2 is Winter
different.
Soldier.
Yep,
So
Captain
Civil
America
War
2
is technically
Civil War.
Captain America 3.
Got it.
Yeah.
That was the
I
one
like Civil-
with the, like, AI, the Nazi AI guy, right? And the helicarrier,
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
shooting
Nazi
everybody. Or
AI?
trying to shoot.
Which one?
Yes.
There's that room full of, like, old, like, tape computers. And it
Oh, yeah,
has-
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. That was a good
I
one.
liked
Yeah, that
Winter
was definitely a
Soldier,
good
but I know a lot of people absolutely loved it, but for a couple of different reasons, it's not in my top 5 for Marvel. Mostly because some of the stuff that's meant to be kind of emotional, I couldn't take seriously because I knew it was a ruse. Which is
Would you agree that Winter Soldier is better than the first Captain America?
I think it's more fun than the first Captain America movie, I guess I would
did
say.
not enjoy the first Captain America. Well, I mean, it wasn't bad.
I liked it.
It's not
It
my
was
favorite.
okay, but yeah.
It's
not my top
definitely
5.
not my favorite, like, first
Yeah,
Marvel movie. Like, well, I mean,
For sure.
Iron Man 1, I think, will always take that slot. But,
Probably.
you know, as far as multiples. But
Firsts,
yeah, I think
yeah.
I think it was more fun than Captain America 1. I would be more willing to, if someone was like, you want to watch Winter Soldier or Captain America 1? I'd probably pick Winter Soldier. But Civil War, to me, was the superior of the 3, personally.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
Probably true. Yeah. Let's see. I was one of you. One of my friends was saying they liked Wonder Woman more than Black Panther. That wasn't one of you,
Not
right?
me.
Oh, no.
Okay. Good. 'cause that person's
Black
crazy.
Panther. I love Wonder Woman, but I would pick Black Panther. I think Black Panther was better.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was.
Both had disappointing boss fights, but
Oh, man.
I agree with that.
it's just
I agree with that.
you two invincible things punching each other until one of them stops.
But
I don't know.
But the at least the Black Panther one, the bad guy was cool.
Because he had character.
He had motivations
Yes.
and all.
I'm
not saying
yes.
I'm not saying the Wonder Woman doesn't have motivations, but he has
Well,
a pedo stash and he turns into fucking Ares with armor.
I feel
It's
like
so
they
weird.
ruined it. Like the
Oh, yeah.
I wish it hadn't actually been Ares. I kind of wish the bad guy
Yeah.
had just been the abstract concept of war, not the literal god. That would have been super
I
cool
know.
if she was wrong.
I know, right? I really like. It should have ended when she killed that one guy and realized,
first guy.
oh, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
so when it kept going, I was like, oh, jeez. I almost wondered if they meant for it to end right there, and then someone came in and was like, no, we need to have a big bad guy that she beats up, and you're like, oh. Well, that's disappointing. Because I agree
Yeah.
with you. It was a cool. There was a reason I did eventually kind of like the Ares idea, but I forget what it was. But overall, I agree with you. I kind of wish they hadn't had that in there because it really made the theme kind of weird.
Yeah. So I also watched a show from 2016. It's got on Netflix recently called Hap and Leonard, and I watched it because. So the two main characters, Hap and Leonard. Leonard is played by Omar from The Wire, and Hap is played by a character or an actor who I just saw in Altered Carbon. And the premise is these two guys they start out as like rose pickers in the South. It's set in the 80s in America, and they get fired because Mexicans are cheaper to hire, and so they need money. And they hear about this bank heist that happened 20 years ago, and the getaway car crashed into the river, and they never recovered it. And so like $1 million in this car under the river, and so it's about them just trying to get it. And of course they cross paths with like drug dealers and crazy people, and so it's got a really cool cast of really weird characters, and the main character is like really like sarcastic all the time, and I really liked it. And the first season's only 6 episodes of 40 minutes, so it's pretty digestible. There's a second season.
What's the name
Netflix,
of the show again?
Probably watch. Hap and Leonard, HAP. It's in 2016. It's an AMC show, and I think one thing I liked about it a lot is it wasn't a Netflix show, because like a Netflix show, it's not necessarily bad, obviously, but lately I've found myself just getting really tired with the pacing.
Do you feel like
we have to have 10 episodes, and they have to be an hour long, and just I don't know, it just took forever. It takes forever. There's always pretty copious bits I don't care about, which wasn't really the case here. No random pointless sex scenes. Oh, cool.
Based on the characters Hap and Leonard, created by novelist Joe R. Lansdale.
I should check that out. But I think that's all I watched. And things I've played. So I played also more Crossing Souls, and we talked about that already. I played more Nier Automata, and I got the 3rd ending. I chose to side with A2, not with 9S. So I might try that again and flip it. I don't know. I'm gonna take a little break.
It's really easy to just choose like right before the decision. Yeah.
So that's
super cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a brief break from that though, because I think I mentioned this 2 weeks ago. I want to give people who watch my stuff a chance to comment on if they actually want to watch more Nier Automata. And if nobody says anything, then I'll assume they don't care, and I will play it on my own from that point on. But if people say something, then I will record more. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm still enjoying the game a lot. I just don't know if other people are enjoying watching it or not. So we'll see. I played more WoW. Oh, I played a game. So I bought an early access game. So rewind back even more. I heard about a game called Deep Rock Galactic a while ago, and so I signed up for the early alpha. Yes, it's dwarves. Yeah. So I actually loved it. And I got into the early alpha, and I got the key, and I never used it. I was like, oh man, it's on early access out on Steam. I should actually just play it. So I bought it, and I played it for about 2 hours, a little less.
You have the key.
But it's just for the alpha.
Oh, right.
It was an expiring key.
I got confused because when you say alpha, because nowadays people call early access literally
alpha,
beta, whatever shit.
Yeah,
so I got confused
so
there
confusing.
for a minute. Yeah.
So I played it for a couple hours, and I asked for a refund, and I got it.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's just because it's early access. Like, it's not. There wasn't anything disastrously wrong with the game.
Is that the one where you destroy like bugs or something?
Yes. So on their Steam store page, like, it's like Minecraft meets Left 4 Dead. I'm like, that sounds kind of cool. But it's not at all like Minecraft. It has a pickaxe, and there are caves, but there is no building. You don't build things at all. Like, so the engineer can place turrets, but that's it.
Oh.
Basically, the point is you
they should
land
just do it like Fortnite. Build like, you know.
Maybe. I mean, the game's not bad. It was just misadvertised. So what the game is you land in a cave system, and you have to just navigate it. Different characters have different classes. So some characters can drop like grappling hooks, so you can climb up steep cliffs. Some characters have flare guns, so you can see better. And your goal is just, you're given a number, like, mine 200 units of blah, 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 blah. And so once you mine that, you have like 5 minutes or whatever it is to get back to your pod. And the whole time you're fighting spiders. The spiders can come in waves. But the spider fights were kind of boring.
But it's
it was hard to navigate.
Right?
Yes, it's sci-fi.
Like space mining. Right.
Yeah. You have, like, grenade launchers, and, like, one of the characters has cool, like, drill fists, so you can, like, dig through walls really quick.
Do you, like, level up and stuff?
You do. And you can upgrade your stuff. You can upgrade, like,
How does it work? Is it like Vermintide, the first one?
It's a lot like Vermintide. So it's not like Vermintide, and there's not random drops. It's just you upgrade a specific class. So if you switch classes, you have to start leveling that class up separately.
So my account the progression is permanent.
Yeah. Yep.
For each class. Right.
Yeah. You can't progress mid-match. It's all outer match.
Okay.
Like you'll buy like extra. Like your gun now the clip is bigger or reloads faster or your armor's stronger or that kind of stuff.
Is it repetitive?
But I think the main reason I ended up getting a refund is like I'm hoping in a year's time I will want to rebuy this game. It will be more content. But the reason I refunded now is because I'm not sure that'll happen, and I spent 45 minutes in one game because it just wasn't clear where to go. We were just like running up and forth, back and around in this cave, trying to figure out where to go. And
Did you play with people?
Wasn't clear. I played with one friend I knew in real life, and we had 2 randos online. And it took us 45 minutes. And
you can't play with AI?
This is kind of dumb. You can play solo with an AI, and with that gives you like a little robot buddy. Yeah, one AI, right. And it's not even one of the dwarves. It's just like a thing that has like a gun, and it can mine stuff for you, which seems really dumb. Because the game has, like, you've played Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah.
You know, is it smokers are the ones that like latch onto you with their tongue and pull you in?
Yes.
The game has a thing like that, and I never like that stuff. And with the AI too, it's just slow to react. So like you can just auto lose sometimes because of that.
I fucking hate that one.
It's the worst. I think that's one of the things about Vermintide I didn't like either. Is Vermintide has pretty much the same things as Left 4 Dead, but they're so much stronger, and I didn't enjoy that.
Vermintide 2 is out.
It is out. I noticed that. I will not try it. I mean, this is like a free demo or something.
You don't want views? You can play it and like
get all the dislikes.
Yeah, get all the dislikes like the first video.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they could do things that would make me want to try it, but
they did away with that random loot thing apparently.
Yeah. Well, they did it in 1 as well. So the thing they added into 1 is you can basically like choose a trinket. And that means that any drops you get are for this class. So it's still random loot, but it is at least random loot for the right class that you're trying to target.
Cool. Depending on the reviews, I might get it.
Okay.
I'm just looking for like a repetitive multiplayer game with progression.
That's current, which has a community, right? Because you can't play Helldivers anymore because there's nobody playing it.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for and I don't like.
You can play Warframe.
I don't like the Helldivers progression.
Ah, okay.
I'm waiting for Fortnite to get free to play.
Does Fortnite have progression? All right, you can unlock different kinds of traps and stuff, don't you?
And I think you unlock like different heroes as well. I believe. I'm pretty sure you got some sort of progression.
Whatever happened to Orcs Must Die online?
It just
kind of disappeared.
Ah.
It was like a MOBA practically.
Wasn't there another one called Wizard Defender? No, wait. I remember there was this series, and then the third game or something was like a free-to-play game. Was it Orcs Must Die?
That describes Orcs Must Die. That matches Orcs Must Die. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of, but
oh yeah, I think so. Orcs Must Die Unchained. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Unchained. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's free-to-play. I don't know. People just didn't play it, I guess.
That's fair. I mean, I didn't think it was good, so. But again, I also didn't think Vermintide was good, and people played that apparently.
Did Vermintide have like microtransactions? I'm guessing
I don't think so, which is good.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because it is a game that you're okay with it because it's a multiplayer game, you play constantly, it's not a single player game.
Does Vermintide 2 have microtransactions?
I have no idea.
Because it probably wasn't as socially acceptable back when Vermintide 1 came out, maybe.
The God of War developers announced like, we're not gonna have microtransactions in God of War, a single player game, and we're like, woohoo, I guess.
Yeah.
That's apparently newsworthy now, and apparently it's good news. Yeah.
Have you heard of a game? Oh, let me look it up real quick. I think it's called Artifact. It's a new Valve game coming out.
It's a card game, right?
It's a card game, yes.
I'm not into card games, but I know you are.
Yeah, but I'm probably not going to try this one. Not because I don't know anything. I don't know a lot about the game yet. So I don't know if the game's bad per se, but it's trying very hard to be like. So one of the things that makes Magic the Gathering good, it requires a lot of money. Like new cards come in, old cards go out. Like it's very fresh. The cards are balanced. Like, rarity does not equal power. There's a lot of good things that come with this. But competitive Magic players spend, like, on average, at least $400 a year on it. So, like money equals quality. That kind of makes sense. And I think Artifact's going to be the same way. So Artifact will not be free to play. You have to buy a starter set to get in. And it'll have, like, a trading card system. So, like, if you get a booster pack with duplicates, you can sell those duplicates to other players and then use that money to buy cards that you need from other players. These are all interesting things, but I don't want to have a money sink. I don't want to have a hole that exists that I have to continually trickle money into to enjoy and have fun. Even if that might lead to a quality experience, I'd rather do it through other ways, I guess. The game itself is interesting. It's kind of like a card game version of Dota 2. So you have, like, 3 lanes, and you drop hero cards in each lanes, and then you have, like, a random deck that flips over creeps into the lane, and you fight over it. It seems kind of cool. And I believe Richard Garfield worked on it, who is the creator of Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wow. So he's not working on Magic anymore?
Didn't sound like it.
Sold the rights or something?
I don't know if he sold the rights or if he just kind of has stepped back from the
other.
He might like have money in it, but he may not be like the head creator, if that makes sense. Or, like, make all the final decisions or anything.
And I guess there's nothing in his contract or whatever to, like, stop him from working on other card games or whatever.
He makes the rules. He makes the contracts.
I saw a headline.
Yeah.
It says something like a huge update is coming to Magic the Gathering, but I didn't click on it because it's Magic, so I'm not sure. Maybe you've heard of it.
Maybe it means a new expansion?
No idea.
Probably.
Maybe a new band list?
There's always a new band list. And more
There's so
people
many
angry
formats
about
now
said
to
band
manage.
list. There's so many.
Oh,
formats.
Magic the Gathering's 25th anniversary rules league. So maybe it's a big rules rework.
Oh, okay.
But it only affects tournaments.
I mean, it affects how people play the game. They should learn how to play the game properly. Like, one of the big rules that happened as I was going out, and I don't know how to describe this in a way that's not too specific to Magic, I guess. But, like, so, have you played, like, Hearthstone or any of those games?
I have not.
I played very little Hearthstone.
So I guess, like, so you have, like, a creature. It's got 2 attack power and 2 defense power. And then you have, like, your opponent has a creature that also has, like, 2 attack and 2 defense. So if I attack and you block with your 2 thing, they'll each deal 2 damage to each other, and they each have 2 HP, so they'll both die.
Yeah, that's how Magic, yeah.
In old rules of Magic, you have this thing called the stack, and that determines how things get resolved. So, like, if I play a spell, then you play a spell, your spell effect will happen first. It goes on top of the stack. So things happen in reverse order. In old rules of Magic, combat damage itself could go on the stack. So you could do very tricky things around that. And they removed that because it was unintuitive and hard for new players to grasp, which is fair. But it removed a layer from the game, which I missed. And so maybe this will be something equally big. We'll see. Oh yeah, Mark Rosewater, he's the new kind of head of Magic. I forgot he was around.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so I'll look that up maybe later.
Yeah, I used to be a little bigger in the Magic scene. I was in it a bit more, then I kind of waned, and I used to know, like, the latest sets and stuff like that, but mostly just because I was with people who cared more, but now those people who care more I don't hang out with as much anymore, and so I'm a little out of the loop, so.
Yeah. I cared more when it was my job at the comic shop to be the Magic card guy.
See, that was my brother's job originally, so that's kind of why I also had to care more, because he was like, he doesn't stop talking about stuff that he's interested in. So, for instance, my brother's now a banker. Guess what I get to hear information on?
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Anyway, pity me.
But yeah, I think that's my week. Those are the things I watched, the things I played. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Should we get into some news? Yeah. Sure.
All right. Let's do it.
Donald Trump.
Oh no.
What do you do now?
Shut your dirty whore mouth, Char.
Did I mention this? The last episode I said something like he said that people should have ratings for video games and movies, right?
I do recall that.
Yeah, you did.
And I think like last week when we didn't have an episode, I believe, or whatever, he said that his at least White House representative or whatever they said like Donald Trump will be meeting with industry leaders in video games, yada yada yada, and the video game industry leaders are like, we were not told of this.
Yeah, yep.
Nobody told us there was a meeting. What is this meeting?
He just kind of said we're gonna have a meeting, and everybody went, "What? Did I miss an invitation somewhere?" They're all calling each other like, "Did you get invited? We didn't get invited. Dude, what's up with that?" And they find out nobody got invited. He's just talking on his ass like usual.
And on the official White House YouTube channel, there's an unlisted video, so a video that's uploaded, but if you got a link, you can watch it. With cutscenes of video games that are deemed violent. It's literally just like a montage of cutscenes from video games with violent scenes in them.
Amazing. So someone made that for something.
And the title is like violence in video games or something.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't watch the whole thing. It's like a 1-2 minute video.
Yeah.
So somebody who was in charge of the White House YouTube channel just decided to leak that, basically. Yeah. Wow. Or they shared it with somebody and they decided to leak it. That's amazing. Oh, jeez. Alright. Yeah, as far as I know, there's been nothing else said about this conference. It was just mentioned, nobody knew what was going on, and there's really nothing else that we know, so... I
read an interesting article about... Because this friggin' happens every time there's a cabinet, and so I was reading an interesting thing about basically the same meeting that happened with Biden. It's just interesting to have him, because like, I guess, like, so before the actual meeting, he goes in there, he's like, what are we gonna do with these scumbags, referring to the video game industry, and like his briefer's like, hold on, here's the data, and we haven't found any evidence, supporting a link, and actually like kind of swayed him over a little bit. But I guess it's really hard like in the meeting, because understandably the video game execs come in there very defensively, because they're like, there's a problem that is completely, or mostly, unrelated to us, like, and you want us to fix this thing somehow. So I guess at some point, like, Biden's getting frustrated because, like, you guys need to give me information, not just like defensive, like, sound bites all the time.
Exactly. Well, it's a fair criticism of us in general as video game players. It's very easy for us to get, because I am a person who studies psychology and I love video games, so I especially get defensive. I'm like, no, look at the data. But that's the problem is like, it's really easy for us to get defensive, but it's also, in a way, it's really hurting our, if you want to call us a community, it's really hurting us as like a community of people who play video games. So it's like, we do need to be a little calmer, I think, and be like, no, we understand your concern. We're going to show you the facts here, though, as that person, their briefer, did, and was able to sway him. And I think we really need to push that more instead of just really getting defensive, because it is really easy to get defensive. But the NRA people are also getting super defensive. The difference is their data sucks, but it's a different issue.
It's also hard, though, because I feel like whenever any of these meetings ends, nothing actually gets done anyway. It's like, well, we talked about it, check that off the box, and next pressing issue is unrelated to this at all. Well, because
were they actually expecting to solve anything? Like, half the time, I think it's just a big show where they're like, oh, we're going to target video games. But they know they can't really target video games. So they make a big show about it, and then just nothing happens. Especially since, in my cynical point of view, they refuse to tackle the actual, like, real problem. So instead, they're just dancing around the subject and be like, well, we tried! And then, when something like this happens, they're going to try to point the blame all over again. Basically, until there's a new thing that comes out that they're able to blame, and then video games become accepted like TV shows did. I mean, remember violence on television was a huge thing, and now you almost never hear about it, because it's become accepted by, by the people in charge.
Nipples not accepted yet still, though.
Yeah, nipples are still not accepted.
The female nipple.
The female nipple, I should be... Yes, that's true. The female nipple is still not expected. It's still not accepted. Which is still the funniest thing for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's skip on from the Nintendo one first and move on to another one.
Okay. There's a lot of Nintendo stuff.
There is a game called Super Seducer.
What?
That just came out.
Yeah, I saw this.
Oh, lordy. What is this?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's a choose your own adventure kind of game. Like, you have interactions, you can choose what you want to say. And it's about dating women. Like, specifically, it's like you play a guy and
it's live action, right?
Yes. What do they call those?
Filmed? I don't know what you call it.
I know there's a name for it. Anyways,
interactive video.
FMV, full motion video.
FMV.
Yeah, FMV, yeah.
It's an FMV?
Yeah, it's an FMV. So, you use a guy trying to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
And people thought it was like a parody funny thing.
Yeah.
It's not. It's serious.
Unironic.
It's trying to teach you how to pick up girls.
Oh my gosh, no!
And the person behind it is a person named Richard La Ruina. He's a professional pickup artist.
Lordy, I knew it. Oh my god.
That Piers Morgan said was repulsive. So, yeah. And Sony took down this game from the PlayStation 4 store, but it's still up on Steam.
It sounds like I need to record this game.
I'm not sure you want to play it.
I don't want to support them with money. If you can pirate
that's
it.
the problem. If it was free,
you probably
is there a way to pirate it?
But it's not free.
I will pirate it. I will not buy this game. Oh my gosh.
You can save 24% if you want. So at 24% off, it's about $10. It's about a $12-ish game, $13 game.
Yeah, but I can't.
So don't just spend money on it.
No,
because
but I want to look into it. I will look up videos of it.
Apparently one of the lines in the game is, if you're not good at cooking, you better be real good at sucking dick.
Holy crap.
Yep.
I want to meet these pickup artists. Like,
I'm
where
pretty
are
sure
these
you
pickup
play
artists?
as him.
Well, yeah, I know.
No, because I'm not too sure because
specifically.
I googled him and he kind of looks like the main character, sort of. I'm not doubly sure. I'm not gonna look into it anymore.
Okay, but wait, if this is an FMV, he convinced how many women to record with him for this?
He paid them, presumably.
He paid them
I'm
money
assuming telling a girl to be good at sucking dick is the wrong choice in the game. I'm just assuming
That's probably
this.
hopefully true.
Let's assume
hopefully it is.
I'm hoping it is. We're gonna play this game and it turns out like you just basically have to choose the choices. You're like, what are your dreams and aspirations? I think that's great. Would you like to go out sometime? We don't need to go back to my place. What would you like to do? Like, it's just like just wholesome. You're like, what the heck? But then they just have all these other bad choices in there just sprinkled in for bad endings. I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping too much. It's my pickup artist.
Oh yeah, and they release in time for International Women's Day as well. Nice timing.
Oh, good.
Very good timing. So apparently he believes that this video game is a training tool. Pretty much.
Tool.
Yeah.
Oh
For
my
tools.
word, a training tool. Well, I know the freaking pickup artists, they have like flipping conventions and stuff for this kind of thing.
Okay, conventions.
Sorry. Instead of using the F word, I'm trying to be G-rated. There's conventions out there, I know, for like pickup artists and stuff like that, but I don't. So is this gonna be like presented at these conferences or something?
The worst part is currently it has a very positive review on Steam.
Why? Didn't know there were that many desperate boys on Steam. Wait a second. Actually.
So yeah, the full name of the game is Super Seducer: How to Talk to Girls.
Oh my gosh, why? Alright, well, moving along.
Yeah. So Nintendo Evolve.
Here's the magic news. Sorry, I skimmed it.
Yeah.
One of the big news is they're trying to replace all instances of he and she with they. Gender neutral pronouns.
For what?
For Magic the Gathering.
Oh. Yeah, I did. Cool. Okay, that's cool.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, that's okay. The Valve one is nothing much. It's basically just Gabe saying, hooray, Valve's going to start shipping games again because of the new Artifact game coming out. So yeah, and a couple of VR games as well, right? Coming
There
out
was a real
this
dumb
year.
quote about Artifact. He's like, Artifact will be to TCGs like Half-Life 2 was to first-person shooters. It's like, I don't know what that means. What was Half-Life 2 to first-person shooters?
Yeah, I'm confused. What?
Isn't Half-Life 2 like the most
revolutionize-
celebrated, one of the most celebrated games of all
But
time?
it didn't like change the genre, did it?
That's what I know of.
I don't think so.
It's not like Halo's a better first-person shooter. I don't know. I guess maybe
Right,
Half-Life 2 is the first person, or like the first big first-person shooter to be like atmosphere and like adventure,
immersive
not
story.
just like
Yeah.
a running gun.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Was
I'm
Half-Life 2 the first one?
confused.
Wasn't Half-Life 1 the...
1 was
did that before?
but it wasn't as big. I didn't mean literally the first.
True.
You know,
Are they trying to say it's gonna end in a cliffinger and there won't be another
That's
game
my
out?
impression is certainly, yeah.
I think that's what I'm hearing.
Or since Artifact is gonna be, I assume is gonna be a free-to-play game.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's
Wait.
definitely not.
Are you
You
fucking
have to
with
buy
me?
a starter pack to play Artifact,
Oh.
which is funny because Dota 2 is not.
Right,
Dota 2
right.
is free to play.
So maybe they just want you to keep, spending money on microtransactions and with no end to it.
Maybe they just
Yeah,
want to
I'm not
slap
sure
a name
What
on
the
it.
in-game card earning will be like.
Mm.
That'll be
Because
interesting.
Hearthstone is not exactly fair, right? Is it fair?
It's real hard to get cards in Hearthstone. I don't know what you mean by fair.
Do you consider Hearthstone pay to win?
I'm not that familiar with their microtransaction structure.
Same.
But I do think it has a problem where rarer cards are commonly vastly more powerful than less rare cards, which is a hallmark of pay to win. Like Magic the Gathering has this problem a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty good about like common cards are very good to use in like a wide range of situations. Like this red spell that does damage, it's good in almost any deck that's red. And then a rare card is more powerful-ish, but it's powerful in a very specific situation. So like rare cards are what you build your deck around. Like they create that situation, and the less rare cards support them in general. They're not better or worse per se, they're just more specialized.
Right.
Not completely true, obviously. There are very rare cards that completely break power curves, but
Yeah,
that's
but
the idea.
but a lot of them are banned from tournaments for that reason. So.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty good that way.
So yeah.
What were you gonna say? Oh, yeah, the quotes.
Yeah, that's it.
Stuff, VR stuff.
Yeah.
They were interested in talking about why they haven't been doing a lot of games, and it's because Valve was kind of unsure of the state of PC gaming recently, like in the past few years. They're like, oh, there's a lot of movements going towards like mobile gaming. I mean, we don't want to have anything go through Apple because that's just a big headache. It's like, oh no, and now Facebook's in on the VR systems. Like we don't really want to mess with that either. So it's like they kind of futzed around their own hardware system, and that wasn't really panning out for them. So hopefully they'll
basically.
get back to good
He
video
also
games.
mentioned about them being really jealous with Nintendo because they get to design
Yeah,
the software
do
and the
both.
hardware.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a controller, like it's like all the Joy-Con stuff. So he said, look out for that. I'm guessing it's more VR shit, basically.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm not sure what else you can do.
Did you hear, speaking of VR, about what happened to Oculus Rifts this week?
No, what?
There was a little update that bricked them. I mean, like, brick in the sense that they can be unbricked with another firmware update, but like arcades that had like 16 Oculus Rifts, this one morning they weren't working, all of them at the same time. All Oculus Rifts everywhere weren't working.
Do they force update?
No.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
assume so.
I don't know if they're auto update or they force the update. I don't know.
I imagine. I mean, force auto updates are kind of the norm these days.
I remember reading something like hang on for the patch for Oculus or something. I remember reading it somewhere. I wasn't sure what happened though.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
I assume
careful,
that patch
folks.
came out, but I don't know yet. I assume it came out pretty quickly.
Yeah, probably pretty quick. Oops.
Big
So
smackle.
yeah. Nintendo Direct.
Woo!
A bunch of shit.
Lots
on March
of news.
A lot of
8th.
shit.
Yeah. They had some 3DS news, and I'm really surprised.
Which is surprising.
Yeah. They're
None
gonna
of
have
it was... Yeah, you tell what it is. You say what it is.
WarioWare Goal, which is another WarioWare game, which is cool.
But it's not like a new... Is it like a new WarioWare game, or is it like 50% like a remaster of an old WarioWare game?
Apparently, it's similar to Mario Party, the Top 100. So it's getting a collection of 300 micro games.
That's a lot.
Both new and classic minigames included.
Sounding.
So yeah, for the 3DS. Other notable ones is Luigi's Mansion remake. From the GameCube. It's getting remade on the 3DS. I actually enjoyed the 3DS one, so I will probably get it. I'm not sure. Whatever.
Okay.
They're gonna also remake Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know it either. Also, I'm really
disappointed. The DS RPG.
Okay,
where the two of them goes inside Bowser. It's pretty popular.
Strange.
I'm
really upset by the fact that for a second, I didn't hear you say inside. I thought you said incest, and I went,
Oh, no.
Mario
But
and
there's a
Luigi.
very disturbing moment in Mario Odyssey where you throw your hat onto Bowser and possess him as Mario. It's just weird.
How is that disturbing? In what way?
I don't know, just like mind controlling a sentient being like that. I don't know.
mind control is always
mean,
a squeaky thing.
The theory
for me.
has
I
been
don't deal with those stories.
Mario is an asshole, basically. And Bowser is
I mean,
not.
look at
right.
Donkey Kong, the original intro to Mario.
So yeah, Switch news is the one that's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Okami HD, Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls Amiibo as well.
Yeah, praise the sun.
Oh my god.
It is. It's Solaire. That's the amiibo. It's Solaire praising the sun.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, this is real, right? Because if they
This
didn't
is
do that,
real.
I'd be very disappointed. I don't play the game, I'd be disappointed.
The two things I'm most excited for are No More Heroes. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes on the Switch. And
Is it a new game or is it?
It's a new game.
one. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad they're bringing No More
and
Heroes back.
I'm curious to see more about Octopath Traveler, the new Square Enix game.
There's
Is
a demo.
Square Enix
Have you tried the demo?
I haven't. I look into that. My main hang up is I don't know that I like the graphics.
It's a very Bravely Default looking game. It has
Okay,
a
I haven't played
Bravely
kind of
Default.
like a 2D on 3D kind of thing.
Oh,
And
I got
wait.
it.
Oh, so you're not talking about the looks of the characters?
No, I'm talking about like running around the world. Like the sprites look like they're 2D, but the world's super 3D looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's
I've
not
gotten used to
immediately
that, 'cause
awful, but I don't know
3D
that I like it either.
Because the character design is like the old school Final
pretty
Fantasy.
classic. Yeah.
Final Fantasy and tactics looking kind of.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't mind that. I like that.
Is it like a? Did you guys play a game called Valkyrie Profile?
I know.
No,
the game,
you
but I
gave
haven't
it
played
to you gave it to me for Christmas though, and I've yet to play it.
What?
I want to though. You gave me a copy for Christmas. I just have yet to play
That's
it.
Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh shoot!
Wait,
no,
I
I
gave you
don't know
Valkyria
this
Chronicles?
game. You gifted it to me, yeah. I just haven't played it yet.
2 years
Wait,
ago.
which game did you say?
Yeah.
Valkyrie Profile.
I feel like I know
let me
that
Google
name.
that.
but
Valkyrie
I
Profile
probably
is
don't.
a 2D action RPG. RPG, 2D
For the
RPG on the
PlayStation
PS1.
1?
Yeah. And it sort of have if I remember correctly, it sort of have like a 2D sprite thing, but the background moves or something. I can't really remember though.
This looks amazing.
It's
There's a
pretty well
character
known.
with a sword like over twice his height. He looks like Guts.
I think there's a new one coming out.
I like
can't
the
really remember.
designs.
But they have a couple of games on the PlayStation 1. They also have a game on the DS. And Valkyria Chronicles is the third-person
looks-
strategy game.
Yeah, it's a
I wanna
strategy.
play
But
this.
yeah, I've been meaning to play it. I just haven't yet. I want to though.
Is it the same world? Are they the same like franchise?
No, it's
No,
not the same.
no.
Okay, completely different.
Completely. That one's like a steampunk thing.
Yeah.
So yes, a bunch of other things is, like you said, Octopath, Travis Strike. Octopath got a release date, I guess. July 13th, and they
Cool.
introduced 2 more characters.
really
There's
want
another
to
game called
profile.
Sushi Striker.
Huh.
I think it was announced before, but it's a fast-paced action game where you match colored plates and types of sushi to hurl tall stacks of plates at your opponent.
Beautiful.
Sounds fun. Undertale, that's the big one.
Yep, Undertale's coming to the Switch. I don't know if anything's going to be new for it, because he added a couple funny little things to on the PS4 version, but I'm not sure if he's adding anything for the Switch. Just the little things. He add what did he add?
There's
I
also
feel like there was an extra boss, but anyway.
Extra what? Boss?
I feel like there might have been an extra boss. I know the joke where the trophies, or what are they called in
the
PlayStation
trophies.
4?
Yeah.
The trophies?
Yeah.
The trophies were all really silly. Like, I forget, I think it's like by buying how many items you buy or something. Like, they're super, I think because the whole joke was that he was told he had to make up trophies, and he's like, alright, and he just
you
made
have
up the
to make up
stupidest
trophies. You have to have trophies, basically.
Yeah, and he just made the stupidest trophies.
Actually, it's a thing where developers just create really simple games, have trophies, and they're considered like trophy farm games.
Because there are people who
Steam
do
with,
achievement hunter type people.
Yeah, and like Steam with their Steam
cards, badges.
Yeah. But that one actually is like sort of worth money though. So
yeah, I've sold a couple
those
for like 20 cents. It's weird how I'm able to make money from that.
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, is coming out for Switch and PC.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna get that.
So I'm guessing.
Although I want CTR.
I'm guessing the rumored Spyro remaster trilogy thingy is gonna be a 1 year exclusive, time exclusive for the PS4, and it's coming out for the Switch and PC as well. But I'll probably get it for the PS4.
Yeah, I should get that for the PS4. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Spyro. Come on, remake CTR.
South
Park: The Fractured Butthole is headed to the Nintendo Switch.
Cool.
They shared
that might get me to play it, because the reason I didn't play because I like playing JRPGs on a handheld system. I don't like playing JRPGs on a PC for whatever dumb reason.
Ah, okay.
So they also like more info about like Mario Tennis Aces, yada yada yada. But the big one is Super Smash Bros.
Yep.
Yes, everyone's all freaking out. I mean, we all knew it was coming, but everyone's freaking out.
So yeah, and
I hope it's super dependent on Joy-Con motions.
Oh my gosh.
So it means you can't play it handheld, right?
Yeah.
That was the point.
I'm sure they'll let you play it without Joy-Con motions, but like they'll give you such a huge advantage. Exactly.
Did you get like a Pro controller or anything?
No. It comes with like a thing that you can slot the Joy-Cons
you can
into.
Hook it, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't buy anything.
Pro controller is like $70-$80.
Like honestly, both games I have so far, there's the pricing, but also both games I have, to my opinion, pretty significant advantages for using the Joy-Con wiggles. I feel like compelled to. Like I don't have a choice.
You mean like Zelda and Mario?
Definitely Mario. Zelda had something I was doing. I don't remember what it was, because I didn't play Zelda as much.
You just feel it's more intuitive to use the wiggle?
So in Mario, if I play it without using the wiggle, I miss throwing my hat because I'm not that good. But with the wiggle, it just zooms in on the thing and hits every time.
So you don't hook it, right?
I can throw it faster.
You're holding it separately.
Yes. Holding it separately gives me a massive advantage, definitely in Mario. And there was something in Zelda, but I don't remember what it was. So maybe there was nothing.
And they also updated the My Nintendo Rewards program.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Every dollar you spend in the eShop gives you 5 gold coins worth 1 cent each of other purchases.
A whole penny. A shiny penny.
Alright, sounds good.
So yeah, that's it.
Are they also porting Hyrule Warriors from the Wii U to the Switch? It's like a 2-year-old game. I thought I heard they were.
Dude, I'd actually probably get it. I actually would potentially get it, because I heard Hyrule was pretty fun, but I didn't have a Wii U.
I've heard real good things about it, too. Like,
Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch, yes.
Cool.
I
don't play many Musos, but I might.
So I'm guessing it's going to come with all the DLCs
I play too many Musos, so I'd buy it. I play way too many.
Is this the game with female Link? Cat?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think it is, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
So yeah, Definitive Edition. I'm not sure what's the definitive part of it, but yeah. That's it for news.
All right.
Nothing else. You guys have anything?
Not really.
Yeah.
Nothing much. A PS4 exclusive Days Gone is delayed to 2019. That's the open world one. But seriously, there's nothing much. Nothing else. Yeah. Good place to wrap up?
I think so.
Okay. Do the thing.
Okay, I'll do the thing. Hi, guys. You can find me under Sarahscopic, SARAHSCOPIC. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Technically, I'm also on Twitch. I almost said Switch. I'm not on the Switch. That'd be awesome. But I'm on Twitch. Hit me up.
And I'm Foehamner, and I'm basically just on YouTube. You can tweet at me, but I'll respond. I don't know who knows when.
80% of mass shooters showed no interest in video games, researcher says.
Really?
They showed interest in shooters. That's what was wrong with them.
Oh, jeez.
Video games would have distracted them. Would have given them something to do, an outlet.
would have distracted them from their feelings. Oh, jeez. That's interesting. Surprising, but, well, maybe not,
You ever try to accomplish anything while fueling a video game habit addiction? It can't be done.
It reminds me of the joke people used to make where for like people who are playing Magic cards, like get your kids hooked on Magic cards so they won't be hooked on drugs.
Yeah, my manager always referred to Magic as cardboard crack.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say my brother was kind of addicted to it at one point. I mean, not completely because he stopped, but there was a time.
Have you guys heard of the game called Darwin Project?
No.
It sounds familiar, but
it's
probably
a
not.
survival battle royale game that's also on Steam. Yes,
so like every other battle royale game right now.
I guess so, but it kind of has the colorful Fortnite look though. Instead of the really ugly look that every other game tries to go for.
Okay, so it's not just complete like shovelware.
I don't think so. Positive reviews, weird. Early access.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yes, Pupunoob, PUPUNOB, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Thank you for watching and listening to the playonultra podcast. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Yay!
Bye-bye!